but I started acting when I was 12.
Yaje umemweka hivyo. Aiza. Ama mlienda kudokia style mazendo kwa afukuza.
Yeah, in Machachari, and I was
Machachari, that's I've heard
way,
of that
way,
show.
way back.
Which character did you play?
I used to play Kenny. So when I started off, Kenny was just an extra character, one of the ghetto kids. But 3 years down the line, it became elevated to a proper character because the audience just loved my scenes.
Dumela, guys.
What's good?
Welcome back to the Mission Accomplished podcast,
Where we
showcase the lives of those who have accomplished a lot.
I
am your host, Winamski, otherwise known as Lemon Minamo.
and I am the other one, known as Wawesh. I'm the other one, guys. I'm the other one.
And today we are here with none other than Kabugi.
Yeah.
But we'll call him Boogie for the
Boogie,
podcast.
yeah.
And
Call me
he's
Boogie.
a special guest.
Special guests only.
Wow, guys.
Special hosts too.
Yeah.
Only.
Thank you.
Yeah.
He's the first person to say that. Anyways, let's get into it.
So, our very special guest will introduce himself.
Yeah. Me, I'm the very special guest with very special host here. My name is Bryan Kabugi, and I'm an actor and creator. That's it. And a human.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's deep, guys.
That's
That's
deep.
really deep. I mean, oh wow.
In fact, first I'm a human, then I'm an actor, then I'm a creator.
How did you get into the acting and creating business? And
No,
when?
Yeah, first I started with I'm an actor. I've only done creation for like the past few years, but I started acting when I was 12.
Yaje umemweka hivyo. Aiza. Ama mlienda kudokia style mazendo kwa afukuza.
Yeah, in Machachari, and I was
Machachari, that's I've heard
way,
of that
way,
show.
way back.
Which character did you play?
I used to play Kenny. So when I started off, Kenny was just an extra character, one of the ghetto kids. But 3 years down the line, it became elevated to a proper character because the audience just loved my scenes. So for me, just to go back to your question, when I started in 2012. And in 2012, I was
So
12.
you're born in 2000.
Yeah, I was born in 2000.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
September
Guys, simple
2nd.
math.
He's too. Oh
You're
my.
25.
I've
24.
always wanted to meet someone who was born in 2000. Like
Why?
you were born at the beginning of the millennium.
No one will forget your
That's
birthday.
Yeah.
You're 12 in 2012. That's so cool.
If you're born on January 1st, I'll just be mad.
That would be dope. Yeah, but
Are you?
no, September 2nd.
I'm also a September, baby. It's just
September?
that my birthday is 26th.
That's
So that's 28.
28. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
dope.
Anyways,
Yeah.
what was how many things have you acted in? Like,
Oh, so yeah, I started in Machachari. The first 2 years I was just an extra. I went to visit my cousin, then I realized in this estate, that's Akina Almasi's house. Then I started going to knock and be like, I really want to be part of the set. And they were just annoyed after day 4 because I used to come every day when they're shooting. So I was just a kid in the crowd, background actor. But then,
Interesting.
yeah, then I was auditioned, like after 1 year of being there. That's when they really auditioned me for an extra character. And I did well with that. I took my opportunity. 2 years down the line, the audience loved Kenny. They loved how I performed. And the writers now started writing, more scripts that I was involved in. And I went from extra to like a supporting. And by the time I was done with Machachari, like 5 years later, I was like a supporting main. Then when I finished Machachari, I did a feature film called Dream Child. After doing Dream Child, I did 1 or 2 YouTube shows. One was actually self-produced. It was called Median Crisis. Then after doing my YouTube shows. That's when I started being heavy on social media, so just creating content for social media. I did a show called Kina on Maisha Magic.
The one who did Kina.
Leo, I had read. Yeah, so funny story about Kina. I went to audition, then I was given the role Leo. So I was so excited. Oh yeah, finally. I'm in Maisha Magic, I'm in a proper show, like elevated. Only to realize my character Leo was a main character in the first 10 episodes. Then in episode 12 I die. Because once Leo dies, that's when the story now sparks up the whole story.
Oh.
So that was quite disappointing. And I was like, oh, just when I thought that, I have my thing, it was just short-lived. But guess what? I put my best effort in those 11 episodes. By the time I was dying, like, the audience was devastated. Guys kept commenting on social media, why did you guys have to kill Leo? But that was the trajectory of the story.
Yeah.
The same client who did Kina, Maisha Magic, a new show came through. It was called Salem, and they were like,
Salem.
"Yeah, we need to audition."
They're
you
like
know,
two
Leo.
following shows.
Yeah, so we need to audition. Leo was so good, and it was so short-lived. So that tiny performance or that tiny opportunity that I got, I kind of put me ahead to even get this other opportunity. So for me, I just learned from there, like, especially in acting and in entertainment, there's no big role or small role. We have tall actors, short actors, but it's whatever role you get or whatever capacity you get to do what you love, especially when you're young, just do your best, do your absolute best with it. You never know what mission accomplished is setting you guys up for. You
Yeah.
never know what these conversations, you might end up in Super Sport discussing, Premier League news and stuff. So you guys
Super
don't
Sport,
yeah,
if you're watching,
please,
all of us.
these
even,
special
even,
guys,
even you come
yeah.
and join us.
However, guys, he's a United fan.
No,
I
like,
know
It's
we can't,
better than
we
Man
can't,
City.
we can't talk screen to screen. Like, you guys can't talk to me, so I'll just say what you're feeling right now. Oh, come on, man. Come on.
yeah, like we're in the projects, it's hard times, but we will rise again. It will take a while, but we'll rise again. But back to what I was telling you. So I did Kina, Salem. Then my most recent project was Volume on Netflix. So you can see, like, that growth and that trajectory. It's been almost like 11 years of me just consistently acting and doing what I love. But I didn't start here. I've always started here, and every day I just challenge myself to do something bigger. Every day, the small opportunity I get, I just put my best foot forward. So I've done like
good.
like 7 shows.
It's
You still have a long way to go.
yeah.
Yeah.
Trust. You don't have to rush the process, guys.
Don't rush the process, man. You can't rush greatness.
Could you tell us about your life before entering the acting field?
Yeah, it was really fun because I used to do anything I want without anyone judging or looking at me in a certain way. But also, I was in school. I used to just love entertaining people in class. I used to do a lot of drama skits, church plays. I played a lot of soccer. I used to enjoy hanging out with my friends in the estate, like just normal kid stuff. Yeah.
If you had an option, would you continue playing football?
If I had an option.
Yeah.
I just think, unfortunately, in our country, many young, very talented young kids who love the sport, we just don't have the infrastructure to support the talent. So even for me, acting seemed more of a sure shot, or rather, even career-wise, when I told my mom I want to do acting instead of football, for her it was like, yeah, that makes sense. Because unless you're going overseas, locally here, like, we don't have the infrastructure, we don't have
The connections.
the proper support from the government, So as you say, you need connections to reach a certain level. So I would have loved playing football until I was an adult, but it's just unfortunate that we don't have the resources to support that in our country.
We have people on this podcast that are starting like really young, but then they keep growing. They're starting like really young, then they keep growing. But so far, you're our youngest. The person who started their
Career.
career early.
And you guys are that's why I'm calling you special forces, man. You guys are doing
Actually,
this
we
at
started
12.
when we were
So
11.
first
It was
11.
last year.
Look, man, you guys are so good. You're so good. This is the right path for you, and you guys are so confident to actually take up this step. It takes a lot of courage. Trust me, I know, because I was there. Maybe you guys think like, no, you're just freestyling, or guys out there think, you guys just go and do this, it's an accomplished thing. But I know it takes a lot from you. So I just want to encourage you guys to just stay on that path. You guys are so dope and inspiring. For me,
Thanks.
yeah,
Thanks.
for real, man.
It's actually one of the
Yeah.
most inspirational words of encouragement.
Yeah.
Yeah, please keep, like, 5 years down the line, I'll be looking and watching you guys to just see like Tendo and them, where they, like, I watched them, they interviewed me, when they were starting Mission Accomplished, and right now I see you guys doing the next big thing. I see you guys setting your foot in this industry, in this continent, and even globally.
So, could you tell us about your favorite show that you acted in, or maybe the one that you felt was like the best, or you got the best role?
I don't have a best role, but I have maybe one of my most impactful roles, or roles that I really enjoyed playing and getting into character.
Yeah.
My favorite was Salem Tito, because I feel like I really got into the character. I played him for so long, for like 2 seasons, almost 300 plus episodes, and I was
300?
because one season was 260 episodes. So Tito, I really got into character with Tito, and also the impact of the character. Like, I still, nowadays, like, it's been played now on my Shamagic East End whenever and it's also on Showmax. But I meet a lot of people and they just tell me, man, you speak to me through that character, Tito. I was Tito. My relationship with my dad was messed up. My relationship at home was messed up. I was struggling with my identity. I was struggling with a lot. I felt like there was a lot of expectation on me. So I feel that was one character that really that was impactful. Another character was Dream Child, which unfortunately it wasn't distributed on the major platforms. So a lot of people still don't have the opportunity to watch it. But that was really dope.
What show was that?
It was called Dream Child. The feature film that I did was a movie that I did immediately after I finished Machachari, like 1 or 2 years. Then I did that. Yeah, in terms of career trajectory, or one role that I've done or one set that I've played and it's really taken me to the next level, I can say now Benja in Volume, because now that was Netflix. It gave, like, I had eyeballs outside Kenya. People were watching Volume outside Kenya.
Yeah,
and it was a challenge because we shot it in a very short time, and the character was very intense. And yeah, so even for me, I don't have a favorite character. With every character, there's something that I pick from it. But definitely Tito. It was a beautiful character that I played.
yeah.
What is a computer's favorite snack?
A mouse. What?
Chips.
Computer chips. Me, I
What's
don't
a
have a
cat's
joke.
favorite color?
No.
Huh?
A cat's favorite color.
It's purple. Dad jokes are the best.
Oh man.
Anyways, I
just so
have a
funny.
follow-up
Wait.
question. Okay.
If you drop a bar of soap on the ground, does the soup become dirty or does the floor become clean?
You've just wasted the time
honestly.
dropping soap, in my opinion. Like, how do you even happen to just have soap outside? Like, there's no time like you'll see a guy outside anatembea na soap hivi. Like, that doesn't make sense. Like, why are you walking outside with soap?
But jokes don't have to be literal. They don't have to
It's not
make
jokes,
sense.
it's called philosophy.
That's philosophy for
Yeah.
you.
Then again,
It's like a rhetorical question that leaves you thinking. There's no right or wrong answer.
and then again, did the brain name itself?
So, when you're acting, like what happened in season 1, Nini told us that when she gets in character,
Yeah.
like say for example, she's been given a character, like say for example, let's call her let's call her Erica. Say she's been given a character like Erica.
Yeah.
And then now, say she's been given a character like Erica. And then now there's another girl called Eunice that she doesn't like. Say for example, if she's that character, then Offset, they're also kind of going to be like enemies so that you can get in character. You also do that with other guys. On set, your Tito, and then Offset, your Kabugi.
No, like sometimes it's very, very hard to like draw that line because you just get into character and you find, especially if you're a method actor,
Yeah.
you go deeply into the character. So you have to live the character's life even when you're offset because that's part of the practice to get you ready when you're on set. So yeah, even sometimes maybe it's not hating. Maybe in this particular role, this guy is my best friend. Day one or during the auditions or the workshop, I know nothing about John, but Boogie and John are supposed to be best friends. So we have to curate that friendship even offset.
Yeah.
What do you love doing offset? Can we be playing FIFA, playing soccer? We try and build that chemistry and that bond. Equally, if maybe we are supposed to be, enemies on set, sometimes you can decide, obviously, you guys just mutually agree, where's the best young? for the next 6 months, we need to get this character. That means you just stay. So even offset, you try to keep that. But also that's quite dangerous because you need to find that balance of when I am this character, when I'm John, or when I'm Tito, and when I'm Kabugi. Because sometimes you get lost in the character to a point where you forget who you are. So you just become the character. And you need to find that balance of once I'm offset, I'm off this costume, I go back home and do the things that Boogie loves doing. So even for you guys, you need to find your balance. When you're offset and you're not doing mission accomplished, do you guys go home? Once you go home, just be Tendo, do the things that Tendo loves, do the things that Lemmy loves. So if it's watching Liverpool, if it's playing FIFA, if it's, playing with your friends, going to
Playing
do that. So
basketball.
don't just be the character. So that balance is very important for your mental health.
So,
Yeah, man.
when you are acting and when you're not acting, how do you balance your career and your personal life or hobbies?
I've actually tried to find the balance recently. For a long time, I couldn't find that balance, and it affected me. So right now, I just have a rule. Once I'm offset, once I remove my costume and it's a wrap for the day, I totally distance myself from anything that's to do with my character. So scripts, whether it's a costume, whether it's this thing that Tito wears, I remove it and put it kando. I put on the chain that Boogie loves to wear. I put on the clothes that Boogie loves to wear. When I'm at home, I don't discuss anything to do with my work or my characters.
Yeah.
And when I get home, I have my friends. I have my best friend Manu, who's been like my best bro since we were best mates in high school, since primary.
Shout out, man. Manu.
Manu M's
Shout
bad
out.
man. So when
Shout out.
when I'm offset, I'm linking up with Manu. We are playing FIFA. We are watching Manu and we trash talk our team. Just things that we love. I eat snacks that I love. I spend a lot of time. I've now tried to really create a lot of time for family.
Yeah.
Like if it's weekend, I must be with mom and
Most
my bro.
important stuff, guys.
So for me is intentionally, because it's hard. Even you guys, when you grow and it's now getting intense, it will be hard to try and separate the two because it's part of you. So the best thing is intentionally set up structures that make you go back to Tendo, that make you go back to Lem. So if you say, once we are wrapping, mission accomplished today. See, I've played soccer, I have done my podcast for today. When I go home, it's either I'm doing my homework, things that bring you back to Tendo. After my homework, I'm playing PS. I'm watching things that you love.
Yeah.
When you guys link up, don't talk about the podcast. Just do things about you. Spend time with your family. So intentionally setting up those things. On Sunday, if it's church, then after that, do things that Tendo and Lem love. So you have to intentionally set time for that.
So, what do you think? A question that I've been asking other content creators or actors. Yeah, what do you think about the creative space in Kenya, or what it has come to right now?
Oh man, I think like the growth is amazing. Like the growth is it's growth. Like us, when we started in Machachari, opportunities were very limited. That time we didn't have a podcast. So if you guys don't have a connect on radio, this wouldn't be happening. That time, if you're not on TV, then you can't make it. Right now, guys have YouTube, they have social media where they can utilize these platforms. Right now, you guys can do a podcast episode, drop it on your YouTube channel, and just push or go to TV or wherever. So I can feel like the industry is definitely growing because of obviously the technological advancement, but also in terms of our generation. Like a huge part of our generation have access to social media and the internet, meaning we can directly reach those masses. So for me, we are growing, and now we are reaching a point where now we have to set up structures to make this a proper industry. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But from where we started off, even the quality of productions we used, if you compare Machachari to the shows that are being shot now, it's very, very, very different. A few years back, this couldn't be possible. We'd need a studio, Sindio, a booth, we'd need a radio station. Eric would have, or Kate would have a headache because they're trying to get a radio station and trying to get a producer or a station that will accept you guys. But guess what? Right now, you guys can set up your own mics, you have your own cameras, you have your own crew, do your thing, put it out there, and you have your own audience and your own fans. Sindio. So I can say the industry is growing, and especially when you're young like this, you really need to study and try and figure out how you can maximize your reach, how you can maximize your craft with whatever, resources that you have on board. So I can say the industry right now, we're in a good place where you can do it yourself. You can wake up one day with your phone and just do a skit and you blow up, So that's like the power of technology, social media, the internet is really, really helping our creative space. So what's left, I think, is now for us to set up the structures to support it and make it a proper industry where guys can actually, even when you're in school, you can actually say, I want to be a podcaster, I want to be a content creator, I want to be an actor. And we have resources and we have structures for that, from the law to schools, film schools, to all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, ladies and gentlemen,
Mhm.
the most important question in the Mission Accomplished podcast, season 2, not even season 1, guys.
Yeah.
What advice would you give younger people, or basically just people who are aspiring to become like you?
Be you. Believe in yourself. That's the best advice I can give you. I can't tell you what you want to do. I can't show you how to do it. I can show you a roadmap to that, but I can't be the source of inspiration. You have to be your own source of inspiration. You have to look at yourself and say, what makes me happy? Doing my podcast. Having these conversations. You guys already know that. This is what you love. That's why you show up, Cindy, every weekend. So you have to be your greatest source of inspiration. You. Not even your mom, not even your dad, not even Eric, not Kate, not you, not Boogie, not me. You have to be your greatest source of inspiration. So every day you wake up, look at what you love and do it with your whole heart. People don't have to understand. People might call you delusional. People might make fun of you. Your classmates, your friends might make fun of you. Your friends might try to put you down. But as long as you know what you want, in the back of your mind, you know your dream. In the back of your mind, you know your journey, you know your vision. Do you. Do what you love for you. Second of all, seek advice. And when you're seeking advice from someone, you need industry mentors. And an industry mentor is not necessarily someone who is doing exactly what you're doing, but someone who's at a place where you'd want to be. And you're not seeking their advice so that for them to be the source of inspiration. No, you're just seeking that blueprint or roadmap. Okay, for me to keep going on this trajectory, I need to keep doing my best. I need to keep working. But at the end of the day, it has to come from you.
Yeah.
You yourself. That's the only thing that will last. Because there are days where your mom won't inspire you. There are days where your teacher won't inspire you. There are days where your best friend won't be there to inspire you. The only constant person in your life is you. So you have to be your own source of inspiration. You have to look at yourself and say, even if people say this doesn't make sense, even if so-and-so said that, this won't be a career for me, I know it will be a career for me because I know how much I love doing this. So find out what you love. Ask yourself, am I willing to do this for the rest of my life without pay? without pay, without getting anything in return. And if you find yourself that I'm just willing to show up here every day, every weekend, that's what you love. Give it your all, but it has to come from you. Don't do something that someone else told you to do. Do what works for you. Yeah. And be your own source of inspiration.
It's been fun. Hope you have had fun. Yeah. I hope you take his advice, and bye.
Bye.
We
Bye
out.
bye, guys. We out.
We are Mtoto News, a digital platform that empowers children. We curate and create engaging content about and by children. Through audio, video, writing, and infographics, we believe children should be players, not spectators. Through child-led research, we amplify young voices, shaping policies and programs. To partner or donate, send an email to info@mtotonews.com or call 0705855258. Mtoto News, making children visible.